Right, so I'm here in the south of France at a massive business conference, and I've been networking the whole time. So in this video I'm going to break down just some simple tips on how you can network effectively and how you can leverage these events to get the most out of them. So step one is go to as many as you can. Just get yourself out there. Don't be doing the late nights and late mornings. If you're going to do a late night, still get up there early in the morning and get out there. Like the other day I was out till like 2:30 a.m. just meeting with people, doing different side events after the main event finishes at like 5, 6. And in meeting other people, I actually met more people outside of the main event than in the actual daily event that's from 9 to 5 that everybody goes to. And also another thing I learned was just that in the morning there's a whole bunch of side events before the conference starts, so you need to go to those as well, because when you double down on going to more than one in the morning, you're going to start your day on a winning effect. And if you start your day on a winning effect, you're getting new connections, meeting new people in the morning. By the time it's the main event, you're already into flow. You're already in that state where you're actually getting a lot more people. You're just in the conversational flow. And no more of those awkward interactions you may have if you're new to the networking space, or if you're new to anything like that. And then there's also just the fact that you actually just want to always make sure that you're just making genuine connections, not always just trying to pitch and sell. As I've said in my previous video where I was in Abu Dhabi, I was talking about how it's important to just make genuine connections, actually get to know people, actually just build a normal relationship. And off the back of that, if there's a synergy, then yes, you can proceed. If there's not a synergy, then all is well and you're okay. And I think those things, just getting up early in the morning and staying out late, especially when you're in these events that only last a couple of days, like this one's been 4 days. I've only been here for 3, so I have to make the most of it even more so. Essentially, when you're in events for a couple of days, you've got to spread yourself as wide as you can. And right now, I'm a one-man team, right? So I'm the solo person, I'm the solo founder, I'm the solopreneur. So I'm my business, I'm representing my business solely. So I have to spread myself as wide as I can, meet as many people as I can, start as many conversations as I can, shake as many hands as I can, just to make sure that at the end of it, as many people know me, so that when I get back I can start proper conversations, get on meetings, and hopefully close some clients. So yeah, step one is just get out there, make the most of it, and always just spread yourself as thin as possible, and always get yourself into as many conversations as you can. And step two is obviously, as I know I just said to spread yourself as thin as possible, but it's also okay to sit down with somebody and generally have an hour-long conversation. Because in having an hour-long conversation with somebody, or maybe even a 2-hour-long conversation with people, or spending time with a specific group of people, you're actually creating a bit more trust. So like at a lot of these events, you'll bump into people, you might have a 5-minute conversation, which is great. But at the end of that, a 5-minute conversation, you still don't know each other. However, when you sit down with somebody, you have like a 1 hour, you have a 2-hour talk, just about the most random stuff. Like honestly, guys, I've been talking about such random stuff here. Meet people from all over the world, you learn about their countries, their backgrounds, what's their traditions are like, all sorts of stuff. But having those conversations where you actually get to know people, and then from that, this is like the seed in a relationship can form. So as much as you should spread yourself and connect with as many people as you can, it's also okay to spend hours talking to a single person, or 2 hours talking to a single person. Because when you're talking to people for a long amount of time and you actually get to know a bit of their background, where they're from, what interests them, and then even outside of the work sort of side of things, you actually begin to know somebody well. You actually begin to build that relationship of trust. You actually begin to build that anchor where you can actually start to actually talk with them and understand them a bit more. And then even if there's not a direct way you can work with them, you just have a new friend in your industry who will actually be your good friend, who could actually refer people to you if they understand what you're talking about. So I say definitely step number 2 is, as much as you should spread yourself and get to as many people as you can, never cut conversations short because you don't think there's a synergy. Just keep getting to know people, because you don't know who they know. And obviously the network effect states that your connections can help you connect with other people, and they can make warm introductions on your behalf because they generally know you now. And I think number 3 is also just never get comfortable or never feel like you've done enough. So like it's the last day, so the main conference is a lot quieter, not many people are here. And I know I had a slightly later start today because I knew obviously going to a few conferences, the last days aren't always as busy. But like, instead of sacking off the whole day, having a nice tour of Cannes, obviously look at all these yachts here, it would be good to actually go and have a look around Cannes. Monaco's not too far. Monaco's just like that way over the couple of hills, and I could just go look around, enjoy myself, sit down at a restaurant with some of the people I've met. But no, I'm still here, getting out there, making sure to make the most of the limited time I currently have in this wonderful area where I'm surrounded by people in the industry that I'm working in. So I would say it's never to get comfortable when networking, because you just got to make sure that you've never met enough people You know, some people have networks thousands deep, some people tens of thousands, you know, if you've been in the industry a long time. And also the network effect, you need your networks not to just be cold networks of people you've met. You also need to meet people you've met previously and continue to nurture those relationships. So it's to never get comfortable. And even in like conversations I had with people I met at previous conferences, it's also, obviously now you know each other, it's not to reintroduce yourself, but it's also to not get comfortable in the relationship, but also to maintain it, to actually look after them, to make sure you're helping them, to make sure you're still hearing them out, learn about how they're changing, what's new in their life, what's not changed, things they like, things they dislike, and things of that sort, you know, just nurturing relationships and making sure that you actually garner them. And that's sort of like the fourth point I'm going to talk about now as well, is the fact that it's not only just new connections, it's old connections too. Because this is only like the third major event I've been to. Obviously I brought you guys to all three, and essentially now I'm actually meeting people again and again. I'm actually at the nurturing phase where I'm just nurturing relationships, even where there's not direct synergies, just catching up with people, getting to know them a bit more, talking to them a bit more, just in general stuff. And yeah, just having that network effect, because these are the people who can refer other people to myself, and likewise I can refer other people to them. So I'd say those four main things are what you need to make sure that you can network effectively, especially if like somebody myself, I'm 22 and I'm meeting people who are like mid-30s, even early 40s, who've done very well for themselves. So the way I sort of network up, you could argue, in like the social structure, is just by keeping it real, being honest, and following those 4 tips I've just mentioned in this video. But yeah, that was just a quick one, how to network effectively. It's been on my mind while I'm here networking in the wonderful south of France. And yeah, hope that's been useful to you guys. And obviously, subscribe to me for more videos. There'll be a lot more advice as I continue on this business journey. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one.